Friday night. Woo, the circles are dark tonight under my eyes. Let's put that light up there. Now I've got glare. Let's see. Here we go. That's better. Uh, I don't know about where you are, but I have been hoping that the thunderstorm would pass and that we would still have power. And I believe both has happened. So we had it was pretty good thunder. A little scary for my son who really hates thunderstorms, but we all made it. The dog's panting heavily, but we all made it. I have power and I can come to you for Friday Night Live. So yay. So for those of you who are watching, it looks like a couple have dropped off, but I know that there's some watching anyway. But Deb and Sheila are here, two of my team members. So thanks for joining me. I know a couple more were planning on it. And I've got a fun project for you. I'm going to turn down though and just talk about a couple of things first. By the way, are you proud of me? I'm back in the right orientation. Last week I made a boo-boo about, vertical and instead of landscape. So hi Anne, hi Margaret, welcome from Illinois. I'm glad it's sunny where you are. We had 2 really hot days, so it's nice to cool off. It'll be nicer sleeping tonight. But let me go ahead and turn y'all down. Now, oops, sorry. Ooh, I don't know why this does this sometimes, but there we go. So I just wanted to talk to you about a few things before we get started while we wait for other people to find us. I'll be mailing this out shortly via email to my customers on my email list. Now, if you're not on my email list, you can go ahead and go to the bottom of the description of this video once we're done on the live and click on the link to sign up for my email. That way you'll know about events and specials that are going on. And here's my June calendar. And it's the Fresh as a Daisy stamp camp. For those of you who registered, don't forget it's on the 10th, 9 to noon. I'm really looking forward to that. I've had so much fun with that stamp set, or the bundle, actually the whole suite. And then on the 2nd and 4th Tuesdays, we have Tune In Tuesday, which is an online class. And if you would like the card kits that go with the class, then it simply means making a purchase of $35 or more in my online store. Every Friday night, I try to come to you with a Friday Night Live. If I can't come live, then I don't think I can actually come live on this one. I think I'll be camping in North Conway, and the Wi-Fi is terrible there. So this one will be a Friday night, not so live, but Friday night I have something for you. And then I have a private event on the 19th, and then mystery stamping via Zoom, 7 o'clock on the 21st. So we're going to celebrate summer because that's the first day of summer officially, and we're going to do some mystery stamping. So I will have a mystery stamping project for you, which means we will, oh, you can't even see this very well. Oh. I'll have a mystery stamping project for you. I will tell you ahead of time what supplies you'll need for it, and then you'll join me via Zoom. And so you have to register. And if you are not on my email list, you will not get the registration link. So I would encourage you to sign up for my email list. And I'm going to be giving away a mystery box. And that mystery box is going to be valued at $250 to $350. I honestly can't remember, but I know it's jam-packed full. It's one of those medium priority mailboxes at the post office. And it's got lots of great stuff. It's all retired stuff, but it's all usable. It's great, and I think you'll love it. So I will do a drawing for that. But you have to be on my email list in order to register for that. All right, so that's June. I'll be coming out with a July schedule also. But Stampin' Up, as of yesterday, had a couple of things come out. And so one is a designer series paper sale. And so during the month of June, you can save 15% off select papers. And they're honestly really good papers. So that Fresh as a Daisy, the paper that we're going to use tonight is on there. Zany Zoo is on there. I think it's called Zoo Crew. The masterfully made. So there's a gingham one there too, I think. So just lots and lots of great designer series paper at a really great deal. So that is through the month of June. And starter kit. If you are not a demonstrator, I know several of you on here are, but if you are not a demonstrator, they have sweetened the deal. It is naturally a sweet deal. You get normally you get $125 worth of products of your choice for $99. But during the month of June, you'll get $155 worth of products. And you can take advantage of the sale. So if the paper is normally $12.50, it will be, I forgot off the top of my head what that is, 15% off of that. It's the 15% off amount, so the 85% that you're paying, that goes towards the $155. So it's a really great deal. It's like double dipping. If you would like some more information, I would love to speak with you about it. We can set up even a Zoom call, and I can answer any questions, and I'd be happy to point you to some of my other team members so that they can tell you how awesome it is to be part of the Stamperhood. But, okay, enough of that. Let's get to our project, shall we? We are going to be using Zany Zoo, the bundle. So Zany Zoo has all these fun little animals doing a variety of things. We've got somebody dancing. So if you've got people that are, oh, thank you, Sheila, 1062 instead of 1250. So if you've got ballerinas, people are having dance recitals now, I think this is such a great thing. And then you've got somebody, a turtle singing, could be karaoke, could be whatever. You've got this llama knitting. You've got this alligator, crocodile, I don't know which it is, going for a bike ride. You've got this little skunk. Y'all, it's camping season right now. Camping season has started. And so that's going to be coming up. I'm going to be doing a card with that during a future Tune-In Tuesday class. And then the stamp set that the stamp that we're going to be using tonight is this little raccoon guy. And I love him. He is so, so cute. But the bundle, the dies, there are a variety of dies. We'll be using this one tonight, so I'll just keep it out. But you've got some curtain elements that make, a cool curtain. And we've got the alligator. Some of the images get die cut. You can die cut the alligator and the llama and the turtle singing and the ballerina. And this must be the skunk and the raccoon. But you've also got a stool, and you've got balloons, and you've got little trees and clouds and balloons. So you've got lots of little flowers, hot dogs. So you're roasting over a fire. I mean, there's no fire, but so lots of fun different dies. All right, so let's get started. We are going to be working with a base of Blueberry Bushel, and this used to be an in color, and they brought it back because it was so popular. Now, Maine is the blueberry state, and so this comes in handy for those of us who live in Maine. It's just such a great color, and I'm gonna make it a little bit different. I'm not gonna do the normal, what I call a hamburger fold for my card. I'm going to do a hot dog. So I'm gonna cut this at 4 1/4 the long way. And then I'm going to score it at 5 1/2. And then when I fold it, I've got a card that opens this way. Now, of course, you could have it open this way too, but I'm going to have it in portrait mode. I've also cut a piece of basic white cardstock that measures 4 by 5 1/4. That's going to go on the inside of here. I've pre-cut a piece of basic white, and I'd love to tell you what I cut that to, because I did write down, and then I cleaned up, and that wasn't a good choice. Oh, wait, I got it. This measures 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. The measurements are all over my blog, and the blog is up now. The link to the blog post is in the description below the video on YouTube. So I've got that. I do need a scrap of basic white. because we're going to be stamping that raccoon. So I've got that. Let me set this aside. And then we need some designer series paper. And I'm going to be using the Bright and Beautiful 6x6. Now this is part of a suite that comes with some balloons. It's in the front of your catalog. Let me see if I can just turn to it very quickly. That's right here. So this is the Bright and Beautiful suite. Has that wonderful paper. Got some specialty paper too, some gold specialty papers. Got some flecks and stuff in it. And then you've got this bundle that has lots of balloons and birthday celebration stuff in it. That comes with some dies as well. I don't have the bundle, but I love the paper. I don't know. I've seen lots of nice things made with this, but the balloons are just, I don't know, just not quite my style. I don't know if I have a style. Some of you might say I do. So this paper is 6x6, and you get 48 sheets. And let me just show you some of the patterns. So we're going to be using this pattern tonight. I love these stripes. And then there's just this other side. And on the back, it will tell you all the colors that coordinate. So Azure Afternoon, Berry Burst, Blueberry Bushel, Bubble Bath, Fresh Freesia, Lemon Lime Twist, Lemon Lolly, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, and Pretty Peacock. That's a lot of colors. Okay, and then we've got this star pattern here with some variegated blue on the back. And then we've got, we're also going to be using this one, and it's got sort of a variegated birthday confetti kind of look going on the back in the blues and the pinky purples. And we've got this kind of variegation going on. This is Lost Lagoon, and we've got these little wavy stripes of a bunch of different colors. And we've got this one that's just looks like lemon lime circles, bullseyes, I don't know. And I love this one as well. I just love the colors and just the geometry of it. Nice color on the back there. Here's some circles. Lots of fun overlapping circles with some lemon lolly stripes. And then there's this bubble bath variegated piece with some, looks like some fresh freesia and bubble bath dots all over it. So these two look very similar, but they're different. This one is the fresh freesia, and it's got a bunch of triangles in various colors as well. And then the last one, I think it's the last one, we've got a bunch of stripes with some lemon lolly stars on the back. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of work to begin with. I'm going to start by cutting the base that I need for this. It's going to go right on my blueberry bushel, so I'm going to cut it at 4 inches by 5 1/4. Just a 1/4 inch less in each dimension as my card base. I can go ahead and adhere that. My preferred adhesive is the Tombow glue. Just put this right here. Now, when I cut that at 4 inches and then I cut it again at the 5 1/4 mark, that left this little strip right here. And this little strip is going to be great to go right on the inside of my card, because my inside layer was also 4 inches wide. Go ahead and glue that one down right to the bottom. And I might as well, I can stamp a sentiment inside. I have a personal thing, a note that I want to write in here. This is going to be a graduation card. I'm going to show you the birthday version, but it's going to be a graduation card. I'm just using a congrats that's not in the stamp set or anyone that's in the catalog because I'm writing it. So then we just put that in here, and we've got a nice little inside. Ooh, I didn't put that on straight, but it's liquid glue, so I can adjust it, and I did. All right, so there we have that. Now I'm going to bring in my little blue piece here. Where was that? Well, we'll get a new one out because I apparently lost the old one. You know, cleaning up before you go live is probably not always the best idea. Oh wait, it's right here. I cleaned up. I put it back where it went. Miracle of miracles. Okay, so I want this to layer onto this piece right here. And if you recall, this piece measured 2 5/8. And for those of you who struggle with the eighth measurements, an eighth is 2 little marks past the thing that's closest to it. So 2 5/8 is 2 marks past 2 1/2. But I want a layer that's smaller than that. So I need a layer that's going to be 2 1/2. You can see that's going to layer on there just right. And so the other measurement here was 3 7/8. So I need something that is 3 3/4. Because 3 7/8 is 1/8 before 4 inches, which is 2 marks. And so 1/8 of an inch before that is the 3 3/4. How y'all doing? You sticking with me? All right. I'm so happy that the storm has rolled through. I had one of the worst migraines I've had in a while this morning. I ended up taking 2 of my prescription pills for migraines. And then my unofficial prescription for migraines is by Dr. McDonald of McDonald's fame. And that's a mocha frappe. And I had one of those. And then somebody was sweet enough to bring me in one. That's a lot of mocha frappes, let me tell you. But I didn't want to be rude, so I drank them both. All right, so here we have our layer, and we're going to put our little raccoon on there. I'm not going to glue him on yet. Let's go ahead and work on my little raccoon layer. So I need my piece of basic white, my scrap basic white. It's right over here. I picked up when I picked up all the papers. And I'm going to bring in my Memento Tuxedo Black. I've already got my little raccoon mounted. I'm just going to ink him up, move all around the pad. We often tend to ink just in the center, but move it all around the pad. That way the whole thing kind of stays distributed evenly. And I'm die cutting him, so it's okay for me to cut him, stamp him on an angle. There he is. Look how cute he is. I love raccoons. When I was single, eons and eons ago, I lived in a basement apartment. And I'm going to do this as a color. I'm going to bring in some of the colors that are in my paper. So here's Lost Lagoon and Lemon Lime Twist and Berry Burst and Azure Afternoon or Azure Afternoon. I don't know how to pronounce it. And this is New Pebbled Path. And I'm using all the lights. You can use the darks. You can use whatever. I'm using all the lights. And then this is a dark crumb cake. So I'm going to start by coloring my little raccoon buddy here. So my story is when I was living on my own in a basement apartment. I woke one day or one night to the sound of something going on outside. And there was a bin for trash cans, and it held like 3 trash cans, 3 of those silver trash cans. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? So I went outside, and there was a mama raccoon on top of my trash cans, and waiting down below on the ground with the cutest little faces were 3 baby raccoons, and they were so adorable. I mean, I think adult raccoons are cute, but the baby ones, oh my goodness, they were just so adorable. So I love raccoons. We're going to use the pebbled path to add his little mask and the stripes to his tail. I'm going to go ahead and use the harder end. And then just carefully trace around his eyes. He's just so cute. I'm going to do his little nose too. So tell me, any of you have any raccoon stories, or do you like raccoons? I think they're adorable. I think I'm going to keep his little chest white. And now it's just a matter of coloring some balloons. Now let's see. We're going to do azure or azure. I know some of you are probably going to be yelling at your screen right now. It's azure, or it's azure, or whatever. You can't quite type it to me to tell me how to say it, because then it looks just like the word. Maybe somebody can chime in. Is it the accent on the first syllable or the second syllable? That might help me. So azure, that's first syllable. Azure, second syllable. Let me know if you know. Don't just guess. Only if you know. And so here's the berry burst. If you want to take a color lifter and sort of add some lighter areas, let me just show you what I mean here. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it or not. I just sort of color it in here a little bit. It lightens it up so it's like the light is hitting it in those areas. Just gives it a little bit of something. I think it looks fine without it too. But now it's time to go ahead and die cut this. Put my little die there, bring in my little tape. You can use a Post-it note or whatever. Line that up as best you can. I think that's pretty good. And bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I need my number 1 plate, my number 2 plate, my old but still working number 3 plate, my cardstock and die, and then a top number 3 plate. No silence. No, nobody's giving any raccoon love over there. I think they're cute. I'm just going to carefully remove the tape there. There we go. We have a nice little image there. Get my plates out of the way. Let me bring my card base back in. And I'm going to put him on here. And he needs a little dimension. So I'm going to bring in some dimensionals, and I have one that is almost all used up. I'm going to just cut along the edge so we don't waste any of it. put one there. And we can put one here. And I'm going to put another one right there. Oops, a little fuzz on that one. We'll remove the back. And this guy is so cute. He's so adorable. And there we go. There he is. Now I said, now here's a finished card. Let me get closer to finishing this card first. I'm going to mount this not with dimensionals. You could mount it with dimensionals, but I don't usually like to add 2 layers of dimensionals. The post office doesn't like cards too thick, so I don't want to give them any excuses to send it back. So then we're just going to put that down there like that. And there are all sorts of options for, you know, a little bling if you want to make it a little bit more festive. This one, if I were to put some on, I probably would put these pinkish ones on. These are from the Pastel Adhesive Backed Sequins. And they come in 2 sizes. You get all of these in one package. This is for an 18-year-old boy, so I'm probably going to stay away from the bling. But let me show you this card. So this was the card that I had taken a partial picture of earlier. And I just had those sequins on. I had stamped the Happy Birthday to You, which also came from the Zany Zoo stamp set. And just a pretty simple card. But this is going to be a graduation card, and I didn't have in this stamp set, I mean, I could have used the You're Too Wonderful probably, but that seems more like a thank you sentiment to me. So I'm just going to come up here and I'm going to try my best to write an interesting looking congrats. We'll call that good. Probably should have put it down here, but oh well. That's the problem with writing. But I made it myself. And I'm going to write a note in here and of course put some cashola in there because college is expensive these days. And he is going to my alma mater, UNH. So Lucas, I know you're not watching, but this card's coming for you. Now let me just turn this back around just to say my goodbyes to you. Here I am again. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. Again, if you have any questions about either the starter kit deal, which really is the best deal in the catalog, or you have questions about that designer series paper sale, I'd be happy to answer them for you. The designer series paper sale is going all month long, but if designer series paper sells out, then you know it may or may not be back in stock before the sale is over. So I always recommend order earlier in the month versus later. So there is a host code that is also something that you can use when you're ordering. And I don't think that link, let me look real quickly. That link might be in the description of the video. Let's see. It is not. However, it will be on my Facebook page, Mrs. Rogers Stamperhood, in just a little bit when I go put it there, okay? So if you have any questions, let me know. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. Here in Maine, it's going to be rainy and kind of cool, but it's a kind of a welcome respite from the high 80s and low 90s that we've been having. So have a great weekend. We will see you next Friday for Friday Night Live.